All right, welcome back everyone. Dr. Ben, not a real doctor here. Today let's talk about how chewing can reshape your face. Well, more specifically, how chewing is responsible for the shape of your face. We tend to think of our skull as just one bone, it's the skull. But really your skull is made up of several different bones that are all joined together. And when we're born, these different bones are attached by cartilage, so things are soft and movable. That's why if you kind of poke an infant's head, it feels really soft and squishy, because those joints haven't set. As we grow up, those bones move together and they form what we call sutures, and the bones fuse together over time and create a more solid structure. Science has long considered those bones fused at a relatively early age, teens, maybe 20s. Osteopaths discovered something a little bit different. Those bones are not fused until well into adulthood. We know now that many of those sutures don't actually fuse until 60 to 80 years old. So there's still movement in your skull, in the individual bones in your skull, well into your late adult life. This doesn't seem like a big deal, but it is, and I'll tell you why. As more and more people have researched into that movement and the ability of those bones to move, they have discovered that there are actually stem cells inside those sutures. And what that means, if you're not familiar with what stem cells are, they're kind of like the mother cell. They can turn into any kind of cell they want. So those stem cells in the sutures are important because that means you can actually grow new bone at those sutures, which means your skull is still growing and changing shape well into a late adulthood. This is incredible stuff because if you have a smaller mouth than you should, if your teeth are crowded, if you have a hard time breathing, if your face is longer than it should, there are things you can do even as an adult to correct that problem. There are doctors who are sort of outside the mainstream because this is not popular in the mainstream. This is something that most doctors would probably call quackery. But there are doctors who are doing work to reshape people's faces based on pressure inside their mouth. And one of the easiest ways that you can start to take advantage of this face reshaping ability is chewing. I did a video a long time ago on reasons to chew your food, and I also did a review of the Jazzercise product. That one blew up unexpectedly. I thought it'd be a fun review, whatever, and now it's my most viewed video. But there is actual evidence now that chewing can widen your face. It can improve your breathing. It can make your face, if you have a recessed chin, it can extend your face. And the reason is because the masseter, as I said, is one of, if not the strongest muscles in the body. So when you close your mouth, when you clench your teeth, you are creating an incredible amount of tension through the skull. And the body is designed to have that tension, to have those muscles pulling in those places on your face to shape the face. Your tongue pushing up against the roof of your mouth is what shapes the palate. It's what opens up your nasal ways. If you were a mouth breather, you will have a very different shaped face than someone who regularly breathes through their nose. The human body is designed to breathe through the nose. I don't know what he's off to do. So chewing your food thoroughly and chewing food that isn't soft or mushy, chewing food that requires chewing and chewing it a lot can do amazing things for changing the shape of your face over time. And also breathing through your nose will do amazing things to change the shape of your face and also improve your ability to breathe. Really, like if you do nothing else for your health, start breathing through your nose because it will dramatically change how you're living your life, especially if you're a chronic mouth breather. Now, if you start chewing your food now, it's not gonna be like a kid. In 2 weeks, you're not gonna have completely reshaped your face, but over time, you will improve the structure of your face. You will breathe better. You will have the way you were designed to look shaped face. And that is because you can grow new bones at these sutures in your skull and remodel your face from the pressure of chewing. Now, there are a few things you want to pay attention to when you're chewing. If you're chewing with really crappy posture, you're going to reinforce really crappy bone structure. So you want to get into a good posture. I've said before, you think of a string here at the apex of your skull, pulling everything up, and you want to chew in that position. It's going to condition the muscles in the face, in the jaw, in the neck, and you are going to retrain your body to better maintain that position. The tongue pressure pushing against the roof of your mouth, you probably have not noticed, but you do quite a bit of mushing with your tongue, and that pressure pushing up against the top of your mouth will help open your palate, reshape your sinuses, and open up your nasal passages so you can breathe more easily through your nose. Take your time when you're eating. Don't throw everything in a blender and just make smoothies. Chew your food. Exercise your face. Exercise your jaw. Exercise your skull. And build the face that you were supposed to have. Your health will thank you. Your body will thank you. Anyway, that's really all I wanted to talk about today. I wanted to share something that a lot of people really don't know. Your skull is not really set until your 60s to 80s. So don't feel like there's nothing you can do. Take these small steps and you will see improvement over time. You will see changes over time. Try it for a few weeks, see how you feel. If you guys have experience with this, I'd love to hear your stories down in the comments below. You could start using something like fitness gum. I reviewed the Jazzercise. It's okay. I use it for something completely different than that. There are things that I think work better if you're going to do that, like the fitness gum or natural mastic gum, something like that. But if you don't want to invest any money, you don't want to do anything like that, stop mushifying your food and just chew your food. If you like the video, smash that thumbs up. If you know someone who can benefit from it, share the video with them. If you haven't already subscribed, please consider subscribing. And until next time, keep your life in motion.